Upon reading my syllabi for this last quarter, I proceeded to feel a level of overwhelm that I have never felt before. If you're a college student, if you are a student of any sort actually, with a life outside of that, you've probably felt this before as well. How am I going to be able to get this work done? What's going on? I'm Ray. Nice to meet you. If you have been around here for a second, you probably know me. If not, well, here we are. You know that intro where I was kind of calling you out, maybe describing your life a little bit? Yeah, that was bar for bar every single thing that I got going on right now. So I hope that this video doesn't come off as super preachy. It's kind of really mostly for me. I know some of you guys are on semesters and stuff like that, so perhaps you are wrapping it up. Perhaps this is your final season. So I'm hoping that maybe a couple of these tips will help out. But mostly for me, I just started a new quarter. Cause I'm on the quarter system. What's up? Anyway, if you could relate to any of the stuff that I said in the beginning, what's up, twin? This video is for you. And you may be saying, who are you, girl? What qualifications do you possibly have to give me any tips on organization? Truth be told, I have a lot of stuff going on. I work, I school, I like to make videos, I like to stay active. I have friends and a social life, and my calendar has looked like this for the last 4 years. I'm more than qualified to give advice on this topic. I actually have a degree in it, so you should trust exactly what a random person on the internet has to tell you about this. At the beginning of this quarter, I felt a crazy amount of stress, and I feel like this would be a good reminder for myself and maybe some other people that it doesn't have to be this way. We can do it. You and I. So with all that being said, welcome to Ray's 3-step organization process to not make you lose your mind in this next quarter, semester, your next grasp at work. Maybe you're entering a new era. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you're doing a bunch of stuff. I feel like this can be applied to a lot of things. So why 3 steps, Ray? Why are we doing 3 steps? Because I don't want to waste your time. What are those 3 steps? Number 1, we're going to dump it out. Number 2, we're going to organize. And number 3, we're going to execute. Are we ready? Let's do it, team. Let's go. Why are we in your living room? What's going on? This is so weird. Why are you off center? What's going on? Well, we're gonna talk about step 1. Let's dump, babe. One of the most beneficial things for me personally is jotting things down and just kind of dumping every single thing that I have going on for myself onto a piece of paper, onto a Google Doc, onto a notes app. So just lays out all of the tasks that I have to do, all of my responsibilities out in a single day. And it makes me calm down a little bit because I realize that it's a lot less than what I think it is. And if it's a lot more than what I think it is, or it's a lot of things to do, I can divide them up. I think it would be pretty beneficial to show you guys how I do one of my dumps. So I'm gonna open up my little iPad and we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna show you how specific I get. You can do this on your notes app. You see why I'm off center? Anyway. Okay, hello and welcome to my good notes. So we're gonna start out, first of all, do not say anything about my handwriting. Okay, it's gonna look pretty bad. Okay, work to do. All right, we're gonna get very, very specific on what we are writing down. So I have 3 assignments that are 2 readings, mini quiz, and a writing assignment. Then I gotta write a script for a new video, gotta film the video, kind of what I'm doing now. Groceries, therapy, I got that today. Making lunch/dinner. Ray, why are you including that? I'll explain later, shut up. Shower, laundry, and I got a party tonight because I'm so popular. Okay, see how I included legit everything? I have a method to the madness. It's very, very important that we factor all of this stuff in because that way we can organize a little bit better on the day-to-day. This was just organizing for 1 day of the week. If you wanna do this for your entire week, your entire month, extra brownie points to you. And this also lays the groundwork for our step 2, which we will take a look at right now. So, you have a notes app filled with tasks that you have to do today, and you're overwhelmed. You're like, Ray, why did I do this? Now I'm extremely anxious, and now I don't understand what's going on. I have way too much stuff to do. Well, one of my favorite ways to organize this is through Google Calendar. I have been a religious user for probably 3 to 4 years at this point, and I've scheduled my entire life through this thing. You can use different calendar apps. I know Apple Calendar is a thing. There's like Time Tree, a bunch of stuff that you can share with your friends. If that's something that you're really into, I would definitely recommend looking into it. For me, I have a very simple way of organizing all of my weekly things and then my monthly things and then everything in between. So let's take a look. How do we go about just making a random Thursday like this? So let's say today is a Thursday. That's why I'm kind of basing it off of a Thursday. Let's say I have to go to work, right? Let's do from like an 8 a.m. like a 1 p.m., right? I would classify this as my work category, and then boom, that's a big block of my time dedicated to work. Afterwards, oh shoot, I gotta go grab groceries. I would usually make this just a task because I usually like just kind of ticking it off. Right after that, I have to do laundry. Go throw that there. While I'm doing laundry, maybe I can double up on a task and make lunch. Okay, boom. Maybe I can like double this up here like that. While that's going on, oh wow, I have to record this video. Can you tell where I'm kind of getting all this stuff from? All while that's kind of going on, like right after I grab. And then after that, I have therapy that I can put it under the tab that I have. And then a couple hours later, say like 8, I think that's what it is, I have a party. Boom. That is kind of what a day will look like for me, especially because today I don't have school. Kind of giving you a little way on how I plan my stuff out is just like, yeah, this is kind of how I organize my life. Now, let's talk about my second favorite application that I use. This is not sponsored whatsoever, even though, hey, if you want to sponsor me, girl, please do. This is an application called Notion, if you guys have never heard of it. This is basically an organizational application. I believe that you can do a lot of the same things that you can do on Google Calendar on this as well. So if you just want to use it as like a way to organize your days and stuff like that, there's an unlimited way that you can use this app. I think it's super, super sick. I've been using it for basically all of my college career, and it's helped me keep a lot of the things organized that kind of just get lost and jumbled in my brain. I will try and link this template that I'm using in the description. If I can't find it, I'll try and find a very similar one, but I've been using this for years and it's a very, very simple one. You can make your templates way more complex. Like I've seen some really insane ones. You can animate some of the stuff like on your banners. Oh yeah, you can also customize all this stuff. I like to do it. Right now it's kind of looking weak just because I'm at the very ends of my academic capacity. So it's very bare bones, but it works for me. What are we looking at, Ray? You have 4 different slots. You can make more. I just have 4 classes because I'm on a quarter system. I have a tab for every single class that I organize, and usually what I can do, I'll put the professor name here. You can have their email, their website code. I usually just have it linked to the syllabus and stuff like that. You could put your course code. I don't believe I have something like that. And then all of this stuff, right? So you can put in the topics that you're learning, kind of like units and all that stuff, anything that you might need to review for from lectures or anything like that. I believe there's an exam tab and all that stuff. As you can kind of tell, I don't really use any of that other stuff. I use the assignments tab the most out of every single thing. I essentially get what is on the syllabus, every single thing that is due that professors say that is expected of me, and I put them all over here with their due dates. And the best thing about this is it has a little code in it that tells you how many days until it is due, and it has a status tracker. So you could put not started, pending, and then done. And then as soon as you click done, it goes down to the bottom of these. So as you can see, all these things are late, but they're done. So yeah, this is kind of like my favorite part of this whole thing. And I do that for every single class. So that was like my religion class. This is for some producing class, same thing. All the things that are due. Then you have this master list essentially of all of the things that are left to do, and you get to just see what is expected of you for the oncoming month or so. So for the rest of my quarter, I get to see every single thing that's going on. The cool thing is also you can do it and break it down into a month. Like you could see what days of the week things are due on, as well as weeks. So you could see what's expected of you from the weeks going on, which I really think is cool. And it has helped save me from being late to turning things in or just forgetting about assignments, because like the website that my university uses isn't the most efficient in telling you when things are due and what's expected of you. This thing is great. You can have it on your phone. I'll have it like notify me most of the times when things are due. That's my Notion. Very simple, very effective. You can definitely do more with this, but those are just a couple of the apps that I really like. I will also kind of get some other apps that I think are pretty cool for organization. I don't really know too much, but I will link some fun resources in the description and you guys can check them out if you're interested. Apps are not your jam. You can do it with a bunch of different stuff. Also, you don't really need all these apps. These are both free, by the way. I'm not paying for anything. So many things. This is just what works for me. It makes my life a whole lot easier, and I definitely recommend. Okay, Perhaps the most important step 3, it's time to lock in, babe. All this organization is not gonna do you jack if you don't put in the work at the end of the day. So here's a couple of my tips on how to make that a little less painstaking, on how to make it a little easier for yourself to actually start and get it done. Maybe in advance, maybe not procrastinate, perhaps. So here are Ray's quick tips on how to actually get the work done. Tip number 1, baby, let's split up that task. I'm talking about we're doing bare minimum momentum. I think a lot of people believe that they have to get a lot of work done in one session or else it won't get done. I think that's really hard for me. I'm sorry, guys. How we go about doing this? I would say plan a little bit in advance, get the assignment done in small chunks. Have an essay, start by making the outline, then fill out that outline, then add the sources. Start small. The little filler assignments that all your profs claim is integral but really doesn't matter. I would say if you're doing a video, maybe just do a little bit of the recording every single day. Write the script first and then do the voiceover and then find the little clips to add in between and then find the music and then start to My favorite thing is either get all of the tiny little things done in one session or do one tiny thing in a session and one big thing and maybe alternate. Number 2, just start. Just start. You know you have to fucking do it, so why not just start right now? A bit ago, I was getting pretty overwhelmed at the sheer thought of beginning this big research assignment. My therapist gave me a little task. Just do one thing for 5 minutes. Just sit at your desk and pull up the Word doc. Just write your name at the top of the MLA file. Just open up Premiere and dump that footage into the timeline. Sit in front of the camera and just stare at it. Just set a 5-minute timer. Go into the place that you would be doing the action and sit there. And do nothing. At the very most, you can type in a sentence if you wanna, but sitting there for long enough will probably make you just want to do it. Put away everything else, and then just lean into it. And number 3, remove that pressure, girl. I know some of us can be perfectionists. Contrary to what I would say in a professional interview, this can actually be a fatal flaw to the productivity girlies. If you're similar to me, here's a couple of things that I do to quicken up and clean up that workflow, girl. If you have readings to do, skim that reading. That 40 pages that professor assigned you, maybe you're thinking, wow, I have to read this and then do my paper, and then that's a huge chunk of time, and I really don't wanna. Oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. This is so horrible. Skim her. Brain dump. If you have something to do, just clean it up later. I usually use this method for writing assignments, essays, video scripts, just anything. Just brain dump it on a page. You could do it on a notes app. You can do it on literally anything that you want. It really doesn't have to be perfect. And yes, while that grade matters, while the perception of your videos matter, I think it's just important to get the job done at the capacity that you have, because showing up, period, is better than having nothing to show for yourself. This kind of pertains more to filming videos, but honestly, if I put in my best 80% with the restrictions that I have, that's good enough for me. And I know a few of those things seem pretty dang overwhelming and just a lot. So here are a couple of my tips to just not lose your mind in the process of all of this. I think for me, it is so integral to change where I'm working. A lot of the times if I'm working here for just hours and hours and hours, I feel like I'm getting less done because most of the time I'm just sitting there, I'm staring at the ceiling, or I'm looking around at my surroundings. I'm like, dang, this is depressing as hell. This sucks. Maybe go from your room to a cafe, the cafe to the library to your bestie's house, and then co-work. Just anything to change up your environment. You can go to a park, change up that environment. I promise you will probably get more work done, or at least enjoy whatever work you are getting done in a different environment. I've done this before. I love co-working with people. It's not only just you get to be around your friends, but you feel like you're being productive when you're actually in flow state. Whenever you lock in, it feels really, really great. This next one, please don't tell your professors that I told you this, but you know those boring classes that you feel like you're not really doing much, and most of the time you're scrolling on Instagram or Pinterest, or maybe watching a YouTube video or doing something. Do your work in those classes. I'm not gonna say anything else. Professors don't get mad at me. And the last one, schedule break times for yourself. I think that is one of the most important things to do, just for a little bit of self-care. Go out to grab dinner in a day that you've been working out so much. Reward yourself with a coffee. I'm about to go make a coffee actually for filming this. So you heard about the Pomodoro technique. I'm pretty sure you have. In your off time, play a level of your favorite video game. I don't know. Also take care of yourself. We're not machines. We can't be working all the dang time. I also think if you give yourself some time for enjoyment, the work that you do when you'll come back is so much better because you'll be reinvigorated, you'll feel a little bit better, you'll re-energized. Those were my non-scientific tips. None of this video has been scientific whatsoever. So take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're on my floor. You may be saying, Ray, why are we on your floor? I don't know, I've never sat here before. So I wanted to do that. This video was quite different than what I have done in the past and what I'm used to making. And I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna do something like this again, but I think it was really important for me to do this because in the last month or so, I've been feeling very burnt out academically. I have been pouring a lot of my passion into this. And while it has resulted in growing this really cool community, I think it's also resulted in me feeling very overwhelmed at the prospect of doing schoolwork and just kind of how to organize my life. And especially in this last quarter, which is my final quarter of this year, I still got another year left of school, so I really got to figure this stuff out. But I just was feeling a lot of overwhelm. So this video was kind of for me, but if you had the opportunity to take anything out of it, thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me time to talk about how I do this. And I hope that maybe I gave you a new perspective. That would be awesome. If you have any tips on how to organize your life, drop them in the comments. I would love to know. If you have any advice for me or any college students that are out there that are also working, that are also doing a bunch of different stuff and trying to balance it all, if you have any words of advice, let us know, because I'm pretty sure a lot of us would appreciate that right about now. Yeah, I hope this was helpful to someone. Thank you so much for watching. All the other resources will be in the description, and I'll see you next week, perhaps with a video that's a little bit more up to what we got going on in this channel. So yeah, I'll see you. Bye.